Okay, this video, this video is about learning to just hit pause. Just hit pause in life. Something I'm currently embracing is learning how to just be okay with not doing anything. Be okay with where you're at right now and just breathe. You can kind of tell in my voice just where I'm at in life. It's kind of stressful, but I know I got it. And I ask myself this question of like, if you were to consistently do what stresses you out, but you know you have to do it, why do you keep doing it? Even though you have to, but why do you? Like, what's your meaning and why? And in my instance, it's every day I come home after my job, I come home, I will get things tidied up and all that jazz. Obviously, background doesn't look too clean, but it's because where the phone's propped. And I just think on, what if you just stopped? What if you just took a second to just stop and just listen, breathe. Oh, that's as high as you go. Okay. I'm gonna bring you this way. Rotate you. Man. Begin learning to breathe is really going to help you. It's really going to help you push forward with the things that you're struggling with, that you're stressed out about. And hell, even for my own sake, my own self, I get stressed out over the things that I have no control over. And sometimes you just gotta be okay with that you don't have control on certain things. And you gotta know that's okay. You gotta be okay with that. You have to ask yourself, do you truly feel okay to constantly keep doing what you're doing that's stressing you out, that's leading you to anxiety, that's making you kind of a little bit depressed, or even anxious, or just shaky with your own wellness, without taking measurements with your own self. And it can be harmful, drastically harmful, when you don't take the time to learn how to breathe. And I feel like this is not talked about enough. I feel like it's seriously not talked about enough. We all can act and say that we showed up for ourselves, that we're locked in, but when you're consistently at something, it can get tiring. And I'm not saying quit, I'm not saying to stop, but it's okay to quit. It's okay to stop doing something if it's causing you harm. And I think on this, and I ask myself that question too, with my personal brand. I do that shit and I just feel happy. I feel like I'm providing a purpose, and I'm fulfilling my purpose in a way toward helping others and talking about life, giving life advice, and just having a community based on wellness, a little bit of religious beliefs if you're into that, but it's definitely not needed at all. I used to be someone that didn't believe in a religious factor, and I'm still on the cliff on certain things, but it gives you purpose, in my opinion, that I've followed through with. Is religious factors gives you a sense of purpose in a way. But I also used to be someone that would camera's off, there we go. I also used to be someone that would be a firm believer, and it's all where's the science backed up behind it? And I still am. I still carry that with me. And it was funny, I was at a bookstore with Isabel, and my girlfriend, and books that we found was it was called, I don't remember what it was called, but it had to do with like Christianity kind of being like a scam, or like kind of being like fake or not real. And it was kind of funny because that was my viewpoint, and I didn't buy the book. I didn't buy it because it was like, I'm not really gonna, but like that was definitely a book that intrigued me because I used to think that way. I mean, I still have those thoughts, but anyway, I feel as if when you are at these points in life, sorry, I totally went on a total curveball with religious factor, but at the same time, some people are religious and it helps them out a ton, but sometimes it doesn't. It's up to you to make that decision. It's not my position to tell you that you need God or you need this or need that. Like, that's all you. I chose it because I feel as if it brings me more toward being a man. It provides purpose toward becoming a man and maturing. But for the stories, some of the stories in the Bible, I just don't get, I don't understand. Even if I have it described to me, it still doesn't make sense, but that's beside the point. Moving on. These past couple of days, I mean, I'm not gonna vent on what exactly, because I mean, it's my life. I don't want everyone to be in my life, but in a sense, I appreciate people that care. Just realize it's okay to stop. It's okay to breathe. It's okay to just not do it anymore. One of my members was constantly chasing success, constantly chasing this idea of entrepreneurship, but really not entrepreneurship, but more so creating a personal brand about like self-improvement and stuff, and like was chasing like the vision, like a dream board of just these luxury items, these materialistic items. And I'm seeing it more and more and more and more and more the more I do TikTok shop. The people I talk to, their vision boards are this and that. And like, I have a vision board and I see myself in the driver's seat of an Audi R8. It's a very expensive vehicle, depending on what year you pick and what model. But it runs from like 150, or I want to say like $100,000 to like $300,000. And it's solely up to you if you want to reach those levels. And it's certainly not going to be easy. Like, that's like where you own a company or a side hustle, like, and you're fucking it up pretty good. But chasing that lifestyle, chasing any of those factors, materialistic things, whether it's like for the females out there, like a luxurious purse, or could be anything really, anything that truly is captivating your mind as a trap, that keeps trapping you, that keeps putting you, that keeps putting you in these positions that doesn't do you very good. And I don't like seeing people chase it and just become dead mentally. A lot of people get stuck in these positions, and the thing of the meaning of this video today is of the importance of breathing, the importance of not just like, but like also pretty much that breathing. It's actually studied. I don't know much on it, but I'm more than certain it's studied. Like, you breathing, inhaling the good and exhaling the bad, getting new whatever molecules of air to, I don't know, to keep your body going, to keep the rhythms going. And anyway, it's good to breathe. It's good to breathe and actually feel it and actually express it within yourself. As a successor and becoming a successor, the drive that you put forth, you have to understand that like you don't want to go too far to where you know that you need to take a break but you don't take it. That you just continuously keep showing up for what you're doing. Like for me, I do TikTok shop, and these last couple of weeks I have not been really working my ass off at all. I've been really behind. I've been just only doing like short little videos, and I've been consistent. I've been like haven't been posting 3 times a day, you know. Like the rule of TikTok shop is mainly like posting 3 times a day and seeing how it does. And I haven't, because I just haven't been consistent on showing up for that stuff. But at the same time as like I just need a mental break. But at times there's also this that a lot of people don't think on. They're like, yeah, take a break. But then you realize your break turns into a long period of time, as in thinking, oh, I'm done with my break. But you're really just being comfortable. And it's okay to be comfortable. But when it comes to the point of where you don't choose the break, you choose the comfortability. And that comfortability becomes your break, which is really taking like a long ass time off, essentially. And at the end of the day, it's not always gonna be like that, too. It's something that I always like tell people that talk to me about like this topic, or if they're stressed or something's really like throwing them off, and like, but they have to keep doing this. And it's kind of like college. For some of you college students out there, I know a lot of you successors are college students. And you face this factor of like, when do I take a break? When do I actually be able to show up for myself and actually be a human with like college work? Because I've seen it, I've heard it. It's a lot, and I'm not even someone that has experienced that myself. It's just more so of like, damn, that's a lot of fucking work, a lot of essays, a lot of mind power to use. And plus, most of you don't have a job during this time, or you don't have daddy's money, or whatever it will be, because you just dedicate so much time to working, to doing homework, studying. I know I met someone, my girlfriend's, one of her friends, they study for like 9 hours straight. They took like a 15-minute break. I could never do that. Some of you fuckers like do page after page after page of just notes to study. Like this person did like 16 pages just to study off of, and it's like, what? I could never. And it's hard to find that level. It's hard to find where you can actually take a break, because you don't know if that day that you showed up, even though you didn't want to, it's a day that you could have made great successes, a day that you could have had something compound from showing up consistently to then reap the rewards that you've been trying to reap. Rep, I don't know. And I think on that quite a bit with making money. But then, and the reason why I'm like kind of in the motives of like taking a break is because, well, life isn't all about money. And it's like the hard truth I'm swallowing right now. But it sure as shit helps a lot. And it confuses me. This is where I kind of confuse myself with trying to understand myself. And I'm on the journey with that too. Like, locking in on like self-improvement. I'm trying to, at least. The one thing I am sucking horribly at is I jump out of bed, set my phone right here on the desk, and I get up right away, pick up the phone, turn it off, crawl right back into bed. Probably the worst thing ever if you're trying to be productive. And like really you're not getting better sleep. Really you're just tossing and turning, letting your body be kind of in rest mode, but it's not resting. Your brain isn't getting the rest it needs during that time frame. You're already up. But you know, there's that. But learn to take breaks in moderation. I hear this a lot with foods is everything's all good in moderation, which is true, but you want to make sure you're still prioritizing your goals, that you're still showing up for what matters to you. Like I should be posting at least 3 videos a day, and I have 2 accounts, so really it's like 6 videos a day, but super easy, super simple ones that when you're consistent, TikTok rewards that. So showing up is really what is the first step and really the only step. Really the only step in life, if I'm being honest. It can be tiring, for sure. But it's just something that we as humans, we as people, really, I feel like lack. And it's not something that's highly talked about. Something that we maybe see people do, and we call it laziness. Some of it, yes. Some of it, yeah, can be lazy. Some people will just sit on the couch all day and eat potato chips, and if they're content, good for them. Good for them. But just know that I'm not content with that myself. I hold myself at a higher standard than maybe sitting on the couch for hours and not eating potato chips. Maybe, sure. Let's say I sit on the couch watching my show, a couple episodes. They're about an hour long, so let's just say 2 hours. I dedicate 2 hours to watch my show. Sure, yeah, I'll snack. Get some popcorn, maybe a little healthier option. It's the choices you make and the time that you use that time. That was just an example, but I mean, honestly, dedicating time toward you, like today I got home, I was just like overwhelmed, so I just kicked on the game, played it a little bit. I actually did really good. I do really good when I'm overwhelmed for video games, let me just say that. I could go pro, but it's something that I've been confronting recently in my life, and I figured I'd share my experience, share how I'm going about it in ways that maybe you can too. So just learn to breathe. Physically breathing and mentally breathing. And I still feel like I need to breathe mentally, but it's just something that's dawning on my mind. But I know that'll pass in due time. Keep showing up. Keep sticking with your plan, even if you don't feel like it. If there's days that you just feel like, I don't want to, just do it. Even if it's not the best effort, showing up is what matters the most. Showing up and actually putting your effort towards making that video, finishing that book, finishing another chapter in the book, doesn't need to be the entire book. That's what I'm doing right now with this one book. You can get it in my Amazon page storefront. If you really wanted to support me, I get commission off of it. You don't have to. It's easily on Amazon. The Men We Need, you just search it up. God's Purpose for the Manly Man, the Avid Endurance Man, or any man willing to show up. It's a beautiful book. It's really just about living a life and being a man at the same time. Sure, yeah, he includes Bible verses, and I'll be honest, I have not opened up this book. I have not. And if you're like, oh, you're a poser wearing this here. This is my second day wearing this. I actually got it as a product to market off the TikTok shop. It's actually a most loved product on the TikTok shop. But I've even read this. I've been reading Bible verses, and they've really been providing a lot of insight. So I'm like taking a step toward that, but not fully head on. I've gone to church a couple of times with my girl, but it's showing up. Do things that put you first in here. Work on you. Make sure that you're happy at the end of the day. Put in the work. Make sure you're showing up, getting shit done. But make sure that you're actually showing up, getting stuff done, and making sure that you're happy at the end of the day. Because if not, just know the next day is filled with opportunities. Filled with opportunities to change that. Could be something, just change something a little bit different. And hey, that's why I journal a little bit. I actually been starting to use this. It's actually a product I'm highly marketing on one of my shop accounts. It's the Kaizen Challenge, the Kaizen Journal. They sold like over 40,000 copies of this journal. And then they made a new version, which is this. It's really, really good quality. I've been using it myself because I'm at a point in my life that it's like, just show up. Just do it. See what happens. Just show up. No harm, no foul, you know? So, that's really it for this video, guys. I feel like it was kind of insightful, but kind of not. If you like this video, give it a like. If you disliked it, that's okay. Hit that dislike button. Leave a comment if you have an opinion, because I like comments. I like seeing comments. But yeah, man or girl. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, evening, morning. Have a great day. Have a great night. Great rest. Rise up. Show up. As successors, we will make it. It's just a matter of how we show up. Love you guys. Peace out.